Welcome back to the channel, Farming with Nick. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are actually going to do a small farm build on American Falls, and I am right across from the store on the map, and I'm gonna buy the property that's right across from it. So there is a barn there on the property right now, but I'm gonna buy that field, and we're gonna put a farm on it. So I'm gonna go in here. Here's where the barn is. So let's buy this field. And just in case, we'll buy that one. But I don't think we're gonna use it. We're just gonna use this immediate area around the barn. So it's got a nice pad right here, nice little turnaround. So my thinking is just to change this field. So I'm gonna go into landscaping, painting, let's go to grass. And yeah, let's keep it square. It's kind of the best I can square this field off. Not perfect, but that's okay. The farmer we're renting out to can change it later, next season. So we're gonna put in just a small little dairy farm here. And we're gonna pretend it used to be bigger, used to go into this field. And then with our barn, you can see there's like some roads that go this way. They go all the way down underneath the tracks. They go this way. You can see there is some fencing there. So I'm gonna pretend that that's, our farm used to be quite large. Used to go back here, then off to the right. So we probably had other fields and other fence lines back there as well. But we're just gonna make a small little farm right here. We're gonna pretend it's still somewhat operational. The farmer's a little bit older though, so they don't have time to do everything like they used to. They just want to be in retirement here. So let's get a house up front here. And for this farm build, we'll use this one. Yeah, this one will look good. So I'm going to put this right up towards the road. There we go. Perfect. And then let's get some... Oops, not production. Let's get some animals. So like I said... Trouble going up. Oh, there. My controller just won't let me go up. There we go. So we don't need a large area, as they sold off most of the farm. So we'll pretend we have a little area. We still have some cattle here on the farm. go to silos, and I kind of want smaller. There we go. Something like this. This is exactly what I was thinking about. Something a little smaller that they could just still have on this property. And then while we're here, let's pretend that this still exists, even though I probably don't use it anymore. But there's a bunker silo back there. And maybe there's still small little storage for bales they have on the property. And let's see, let's get, here's old silo that's still here as well. Perfect. And then we'll put a manure pit here for our cattle. Trying to think. Flip it. And we're gonna want it kind of going around. We'll kind of maybe, put it totally on the back side. We'll come back to that. Maybe we'll leave that out. And we need another little barn. Nothing major, but just some little sheds, storage that might still be here. And yeah, something like this worked perfectly too. So pretend this barn's still on the property. Excellent. And let's see, do we have any other barns we're missing out on? Actually, I like that one better. Yeah, this one looks even a little better. So pretend that's still on the property. And pretend this is still out here, just as an old barn, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. You always see those around our area sometimes, just a random barn that is still kind of there. There's no house around it, and literally it's surrounded by fields and stuff. Yeah, exactly there. All right, so I'm gonna go back through, and I kind of skipped one of my steps, but that's okay. I'm gonna put grass in now. It's not a large area, so we're good. Some grass around here. So I'm gonna try to make this whole thing in real time, real fast with you. So like I said, they still have some cattle in here, but their main barns, they're all kind of gone now. Yeah, awesome. And then let's see. Could we add some chickens? Something small. We don't want anything big. Don't want a lot to take care of. Let's see about this one. This would work nicely. Oh, they still have their little chicken coop here. Nice wire fence. They can stay there. Trying to think. There's a better spot. Yeah, maybe off of this barn. That would work better. But I see, of course, the trigger's on the other spot. Another side, sorry. Even better. There's where our old chicken coop is. Right on the edge of the field, still there. There we go. That'll work. So we still have our old chicken coop, still have some birds in there as well. Excellent. Now, let's go into landscaping. And let's actually put in some like mini ponds. Nothing crazy, but just something that we use to get some soil out of the ground. That way we got some spots for our cattle to drink from. And then we actually had extra dirt and everything to build up for our buildings here. And then we're going to actually put one out here. Now, I'm not going to put anything else around it, but we're going to pretend that this is still out here because they used to have other cattle barns back here, which are no longer here. And we'll go up to decoration, others, and then let's add the water real quick. I think I use this medium one. There's one. There's two. Awesome. And while we're on the subject of ponds, let's just finish up our ponds real quick. So I'm just going to add some forest ground around each of them. And this one can go a little bit bigger around. That way the farmer doesn't have to get too close. I'm trying to seed and harvest. And we'll add some grass in here. Bushes. And see, I'm just kind of scattering them around. Nothing crazy. Keeping it simple. Some of the bushes will delete the other ones as I'm adding them in, you can see. And that's okay. And same thing, we'll add some around our original pond that we might still use that's inside our property more. And then let's add just a little bit, some trees that are kind of growing up in here. Scatter them as well. too large. Yeah, something like that. That'll work. And plants. Let's go back through. Should have some rocks in there. And what's a pond without some rocks around it? And it usually happens just because you're digging so low, unless your area doesn't have any type of stone in it. But where I live, it's very rocky. So that would be very, reasonable to expect that in there. Great. Okay, and let's go through. And now I'm going to add some fences real quick. And let's see what type of fence they would have here. Probably this first one, more or less. So this is our main barn that we still use. So pretend maybe we do have cattle kind of coming in and out, but not the whole thing is open to them. So let's see. Can we go from there? And then actually we'll just bring it out and connect it to this barn. Awesome. And then same thing around this side. And then we have to be able to drive through there. Awesome. And then same thing. We're back here. And if I had more time, I'd add the other gates and whatnot, but we'll leave it there for now. Yeah, that'll look cool. So you could bring your cattle in this bigger area or bring them into that front barn as well still. Yeah, very cool. Okay. And let's go to, where we're in decorations. Let's add some power to our farm. So make it come off the main road here. Right there. And then let's go back to our landscaping, plants, and we're gonna say the house is still being used, but not maintained the best anymore, which is okay. So a lot of extra kind of shrubs starting to form around our property here. And there's our main door. And then same thing up here. Shrubs kind of getting overgrown. And then back here, same thing. And by our chickens. And this side of the barn as well. Then we have that bunker silo that probably do not use as much, if anything. Too bad you couldn't put anything right on it, right, like right inside it, you know, but it's okay. That's all right. Okay, and then back up to decoration, and we're back to here. So I'll pretend here's an old fence line. Maybe it came off of there, kind of leading you to the silo. And same thing. It's kind of here, but sporadic now, as it's not really maintained anymore. And then kind of goes up to that barn. Yeah. Oop, collides with another item. It's okay. Just go that way. Yeah, so here, let's connect this. It looks a little better. There. So, that little back barn there. Yeah, very cool. Okay, we're almost there. Just need to add some trees. And then let's go up. Pretend we have to actually get some cattle in here too. Let's go to painting though. Still have some cattle in here. Still in here as well, and then here's our main door. And they would come through here. That fence line. And then we still have this dirt road. Goes around. More or less, and then to the back. And then we'll leave that there. Say it's not really maintained anymore, which is okay. And then here we'll add some dirt. There we go. That looks good. And then under this pad, just add dirt under that too. There. Okay. I'm gonna add a couple trees. Let's see. Ooh. Those elms just too big for this. That's okay. Add some service berries in here. Larger one. Same thing on the back side. And I should put these kind of right up on the house. There we go. Looks better. And then let's go back here. And same thing. Because we don't drive back here anymore, some of these trees just start to grow up. Okay. Well, I think that'll about do it. Let me put maybe some vehicles around, and I'll bring you guys back for just a final tour and get some animals in our pens. You can see that. And I think that'll call it good for our build here. I think it's really cool, and I like how something, you know, it's very simple. I'm not trying to be, you know, super fancy with this build at all by any means, you know, but it's more of a, here's what a build could look like. All right, so I'll bring you guys back in a second. All right, so I am all set with our farm build on American Falls, which is right across from our store on the map. So let me jump into the build mode and just show you around really quick. So I added just some little things here and there, but mostly it's all the same, not too much different. I got a couple tractors as well. So you have your main driveway coming off the road here. Has a really nice turnaround over here. Then we have our main barn to the right, which was the one that was here by itself. We have 3 barns. So we have our drive that goes to our other barn off to the side, which we do use for the cattle. We have beef cattle in the back, as you can see. We have a small pond in the middle for them. And then we have a silo right here off of our main drive. We have some vehicles parked back there. We have a fermenting silo that you can drive back around here to get to our cattle to load them up. And then you can see we have our pond from earlier that is in the field. So we used to have cattle that would come out here and other fencing, but since have taken it out, and we rent this out now to someone else. So then back up here we have a couple of silos, no storage. I did add another bin right here off of our road that you can use. And then I have another little tractor over here that we would use for our chickens. And we have our chickens in the wire pen area there. And then we have a fence line with our old path, kind of leads out to the field this way, an old bunker silo that we don't use anymore. And then the road continues on. Fence line kind of broke down in some spots, but then kind of comes up to an old barn that we used to use and no longer have any use for, and then goes under, and then we're into the next field, and you can see an old fence line there as well, but that is no longer our property. We sold that off. And then coming on back up to our main farm. So still operational, still have some chickens, some beef cattle that I have penned up in the back, and then we can bring out into this main area too. So thank you so much for watching me and joining me with our farm build here on American Falls. And I hope you enjoyed it and have a great one. Thank you so much. Take care.